This video today is for everybody who is a native speaker, you speak English as your first language, or perhaps you speak English to a C2 level, so you're a very high level native-like speaker. And I'm talking to you because when you're speaking to people who have learned English as a second or foreign language, they do not always understand you. You might be looking at them and thinking, wow, the English is so great. They can communicate about all these things. They obviously are totally fluent. Now, that might be true, but it's to a certain extent. And you have to know that everybody in the world these days is speaking global English, which means when you have a Dutch person speaking to somebody from Thailand, they're speaking English, most probably. But it's the English of the world. It's not necessarily exactly the same as the English that you will hear in Birmingham. So what are some of the things that you need to watch out for to make sure that you are being understood? Because when you come into a conversation, you can ruin that whole conversation by speaking English in a certain way. First of all, if somebody asks you to slow down, not for 1 minute, not for 5 minutes, but for the whole time. It takes courage to ask you to slow down. And if somebody does this, they don't want to have to do it again. Secondly, you need to be aware of the words you're using. Now imagine if I said this to you. I'm going to give this document a once over, and then I'll go through it and figure out what it is that we need to be getting on with. Maybe you understood me. I understood me. But for somebody else who has learned English as a foreign language, give it a once over, go through it, figure out what we need to be getting on with. So we've got give a once over, go through, figure out, get on with. Now these are so difficult to learn and remember in English because just think about the word go. You can have go out, go up, go into, go through, go on with. The possibilities are endless and each one has a different meaning. Usually there is a word you can choose with the same meaning that does not involve a verb with a preposition, which is called a phrasal verb, by the way, in case you didn't know. So please try to be aware of what vocabulary you're using. And lastly, idioms are super fun and great, but if you spend your whole time saying, oh yes, let me give you a ballpark figure, people won't necessarily understand what you're talking about. And even between British and Americans, for example, it's not always easy. So imagine what it's like between an American and an Italian. Not easy. So all you native English speakers, I hope you've enjoyed these few little tips. And next time you're in a global situation, you'll be thinking about your global English.